A former Lubbock City Councilman, Steve Massengale, joining us now. Of course, you all know that he is running for Lubbock mayor in the upcoming runoff, which is June 15th. Steve, thank you so much for taking a little time out of your busy schedule to come and chat with us for a little bit. We really appreciate you, man.
You bet. Thanks for having me, Matt.
8 years on Lubbock ISD School Board, 8 years on Lubbock City Council. Of course, we all know that you are a well-accomplished businessman here in town. Why are you the right man to be our next mayor?
Well, I think with the experience, as you just said, in my service here in the community, gives me a unique insight to things going on and how I would tackle things and solve problems. And quite frankly, I love the job and I love our community, and I think that makes me most qualified to be mayor.
You and Mark McBrayer were colleagues on the city council for about 2 years. What sets you apart from him, or what ideas do you bring to the table that McBrayer won't as mayor?
You know, there's some things that Mark and I are similar on. We support lower taxes. We have similar views on public safety. Where we differ is growth. Mark's anti-growth and I'm pro-growth. I come with a very strong business background and support for small business.
If you can, in a few words, Steve, explain your original stance on that very controversial sewer line ordinance, which we now know has now been rescinded by the Lubbock City Council. But why was it a good idea to council at first, but not so much anymore now?
Well, the premise to pass it the first time, and it was a 7-0 vote, was responsiveness. The city crews were overwhelmed with work and having a hard time responding to their piece of the sewer line. I think we learned some things and learned some things that impacted homeowners as well as contractors since then. And so actually that's why I put the ordinance back on the agenda for the council to rescind that. And we look forward to the findings of the citizen group in regards to that.
Steve, I heard you say recently that Lubbock needs to start growing more east. How, as mayor, would you help make that happen?
Well, we're fortunate that Lubbock is growing in many areas right now, but the key to growth in East Lubbock is, in my opinion, is Loprino at this point. $1 billion investment, 600 jobs, and that will just bring so much positive impact and growth to that part of our community.
Seth Herman officially starts as Lubbock's new police chief next month. What do you expect from him, and what would you expect from him as mayor? And what do you think the department stands overall? Do you think it's in a good place right now?
Sure. I'm excited about Seth Herman coming on board. We're looking forward to his leadership on the police department. You know, I'm looking forward to him holding criminals accountable. Our citizens are concerned with crime, and I think Lubbock can be different in that regard. And I'm also looking forward to Chief Herman being a leader for our officers, our men and women that work at the Lubbock Police Department.
Is there an issue, Steve, that is very important to you that you just really haven't heard discussed in this election season?
I guess the way I would answer that, Matt, is it is an issue that is important in the campaign is taxes and how there's misinformation about taxes in my record in the campaign. And at the end of the day, I'm proud of the tax rate is lower, 10.8% on my watch since I've been on the council.
Steve, thank you so much for being with us. Remember, early voting starts June 3rd. That runoff is June 15th. Make sure to join us tomorrow to hear from Mark McBrayer. Terry?